next mission? What do we got? Probably a cutscene. Yes.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too.
Taking the girls.
I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Oh. It's typical Ace Combat. You think you've beat the game and you haven't. And Rurik, yes, rumors are wars, and they do start wars, too.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble, too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
All right, B Cup. It was up to you earlier, but then you had to leave, so you can choose the aircraft that I'll fly for this mission. This one's a real pain in the ass, but it's all good.
A plane with high maneuverability and strike power is definitely what you want for this.
Mm-hmm. AKA not the MiG-31.
AKA not the MiG, and not anything with the word MiG on it. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. How about the MiG-21? Ah, no.
Or
So-
the SU-34.
B Cup says, so we suggest the other opposite. Well, you pick the plane, B Cup. I'll do my best, all right? But you pick the plane, sir.
I was just thinking, the YF-23 was a prototype for the F-22, wasn't it? And then they never got it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
All right.
good choice.
The Gripen E. All right, now I have this one already done, so there's that. Do I want to do that one? I kind of... let's do this one, because there's a lot of anti-ground strikes and stuff like that. Pick a skin. Got a couple of new ones here. Let's go with Strider. Strider's always fun. Emblem. Note that the hanger's a little bit different as well. And let's go.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
The controller back up. And this one, like I said, it's a pain in the butt because you basically have to go around and escort this this guy and make sure he doesn't get killed.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll aim to process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
That's
It's ID'd as Erusian.
You know, the
Strider one,
Gripen E is
AA
perhaps
gun
the best for
destroyed.
this one just because of its loadout.
right. I know it's tiny too. It's kind of nice.
Well, it's also built to be unstable, right? It's just like the Eurofighter Typhoon and the Rafale.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
It's a lot better.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
Unlike
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Don't worry.
Understood.
It'll take over 50 miles to return.
ID'd as Ocean forces.
Uh-oh.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. This is AWACS from the
That guy needs some
LRSSG.
help.
Our info has been updated.
Aww. Help.
It's Erosion.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Oh, Jesus, that sucked. Physics for the win, though. You hit a building and you can still keep going.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down
Boy.
here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Zeph,
What?
give me your pilot's license right now.
No.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area.
Oh,
We're heading along
oh,
Highway
looks like we're
208
gonna have
under
to
the
come to
bridge.
Chicago
We're taking
to
the coastal
take
highway
it
at the
back.
next ramp.
All right.
I asked nicely.
Makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Thunderbolt, so be it!
Okay, that just disappeared. That's cool.
Enemies locked on, breaking.
There's some guys in front of my VIP. Go find him.
There's an unknown on our route. We can't proceed. Wait. General managed to convince them. Listen, those that protect General LaPaz are the real patriots. Onward!
Alright, there we go. Gonna need you to copy a phone number.
Locked on bandit.
What phone number would that be?
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to
999
pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
99888.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot.
The words you do not want to hear on frequency. That's basically what I would say.
Evade! Evade that missile!
We need to
Particular
remind
down in
everyone
the
that there's no
States.
such thing as a clean war.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Enemy has a lock!
Locked on.
More F-18s.
Missile away.
It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we'd better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes a traitor, Labarde. This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to
I
end,
gotta
do
get
they?
back to my friendly again.
That vehicle!
They've been set up in all the right places.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
I love how it's just called vehicle.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us. They actually believe that using robots will put an end to bloodshed.
Strider 3, Fox 2.
Yeah! LACM for the win.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
I like how the cockpit is kind of lit up. You can actually see it in the dark here through the glass on the plane. That's really cool.
It's nice.
The controller tells you to copy a phone number. It means you've done something bad.
Oh yeah. You hear it more down in the States, I find, than you do up here in Canada.
We're almost at landfill number 7.
I
If we can make it
find.
through, we'll be in arm's reach
My
of the
two
rendezvous at
places
Kruger
that
Park.
I've landed in, it's like
Captain
almost a
Carl,
common
do you have the means
occurrence
to
in
record
those
this
areas
conversation?
that they have
I wish to explain to you the situation inside
taken
Erosia.
airspace by accident.
I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it.
I had the mistake of going through Grand Forks
was all
once.
the work of some young
Never
Erosion
again.
officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. was technology they borrowed from the Belkans.
Oh, Belkin Tech, what do you know?
They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. Belkin technology advanced UAV research within the Erosion Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. To those of you listening in, am I wrong?
Another theme from Top Gun at the start of this.
Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Obligatory. Belka did nothing wrong. That's right, mister.
Correct me if ever I'm wrong, but your wing, the wing mounts that you have there, I think after when you use it all, they become missiles themselves, if I ever remember correctly. I forget it's a different system. I think it's the thing on the Gripen. I know that the Gripen can host a
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Uh-huh.
3 strikes confirmed.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Get them before they get us!
Yeah, B-Cup, I might look into getting those
Get
those
this
other
guy off my
missions.
back! Open fire on that vehicle!
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Well, that should take care of most of
Strider
that.
1, APC destroyed.
I just dumbfire the LACM.
Understand that.
Nothing wrong with that, Seth.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tanker and...
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
They don't know where to
Ocean
say.
forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
Capellix fall has led to another power struggle with the Erosion military.
It's all gone to hell.
Truck, all right.
Radio chatters about the Civil War.
We're
Couple
about to
planes
cross
I can
Echo
try to
Ridge.
shoot down too.
There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
An armored vehicle's behind us. Insurgents. It's a vehicle used by the Erosion's forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way over.
Okay.
Taking fire! Take care of them!
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future we built from the high heavens.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Listen up. Here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from making conflict concluded. Regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Show something on screen. Maybe a little bit.
Nice work, Leos 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters.
That's what happened to me.
But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Arusi is responsible for Harling's assassination.
Ha! Got another ace.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Well, I mean, it is. It's ace combat, so
Right.
if ever you don't get an ace, then what are you doing wrong?
Plant your smokes. 3 strikes will find you.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
Deployed.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Okay then. These guys are all friendly. Neat. Some more unknowns over here.
It's ID'd as illusion.
The general's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Go down.
How did I not kill that anti-air gun?
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
Rainy Sam
done.
survived.
I couldn't have asked for better timing. Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals. We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
You're back to 50%? Alright.
Officers from countries annexed by illusion have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Need to raid the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe most drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking
A little slow on that. Oh well.
but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with OCM.
Okay, those are friendlies.
Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper too.
Back to 50% again. Oh,
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour?
mission over?
We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Illusion News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRS's chief. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
Oh, good thing I dumped some flares.
This plane is carrying civilians.
Alright.
We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
SK, thanks for the follow. I love that blue light there.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
And let's find out about this.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
Okay. Can I just injure them a little?
There it is, the EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Uh-oh.
Wait, unknowns attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
Nope.
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
How dare you interfere?
Enemy on your
I'm
back.
here to deal with that traitor.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, good work. Traitor 1 has killed a bandit.
Now, I hate how the game targets the F-18s. I made that mistake several times where I've accidentally shot
Big shots too.
an F-18 by accident. Which, of course, ends the mission.
Oh no, my finger slipped.
I know, right? Seriously.
No good. Shit.
just happened to be my trigger finger.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
There we go. YF-23 time.
In my way.
Missile hit.
Nice kill.
Airspace is clear.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe.
For now.
Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Was that my defense for hauling Seth?
AWACS
Yes.
Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Yes, my trigger finger slipped. Oops.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
So how do
In
they
that case, we
communicate
have no
then?
choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
Because earlier they communicated with us, right?
We did what we could. Weapons free.
Uh,
You are cleared to attack the escort.
They use their
Welcome.
minds.
Understood.
They use their
Wilco.
minds.
They use their minds to
Can't
communicate.
abort the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden. You must be accessing it remotely. This is beyond us.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Bandit splash.
Something else entirely.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, now we got drones too. Neat.
The escort must have used its remote activation
Yay.
rights to gain more allies. Clever.
So you're telling me the AI is becoming self-aware?
Return to operation
We've never
area.
seen that before.
Are they being self-aware? Impossible.
That's right.
It's 2002, right? Just to make sure. We're 2002.
That's right, B-Cup.
I don't know why, but I really like it. I really like when you see fighters using flares at night. I do not
It's
know why, it just
beautiful.
looks cool. It
It's
just
really
looks
awesome.
sick. Yeah.
The graphics in this game are
5
amazing.
bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Autonomous movers fully functional. They're incredible.
It's not enough to be fully functional.
4 bandits left.
We need more night battles, because then all the flames, everything just looks awesome.
I'm so fine with just Afterburner. This looks
Yep.
so sick. What is it? The Australians did a thing where they dumped fuel, like they had, I think it was on a 111. It was during the
Bandits
night,
to go.
Sydney Games. The plane comes through and they dumped fuel behind because the fuel dump is right behind the jets.
Oh, okay.
And then it created like a flame effect, like
Right.
basically fire right on the back, and it looks sick.
Huh.
If ever somebody
One
can
bandit
find
to
that
go.
video.
One left.
Yes,
I got one
forget
missile
what
left.
it-
Crap.
Ram it. Ram him.
Use the final torpedo.
You're out of missiles.
Yes, use the final torpedo. Use the final missile in this case.
I know. I'll use my LACM. Oh look, 2 missiles randomly appeared. Aha!
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
That's the F-111. Thanks, Classic. I
Understood.
figured you'd know of all people.
All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside
Isn't
Anchorhead
that also
Bay.
the plane that was
All aircraft,
notorious for
RTB,
scrambling
mission complete.
radar of
All
its
hostiles,
own, of its own side?
I don't know.
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General Staff? No, we'd like you to... I can't!
Whoops.
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
Ace and Boto. You weren't ready to see the helmet.
Lancaster, are all of these really...
Next Ace Comic game is Unreal 5. It'll probably be GPU melting. Yeah, probably SK. I don't know if you guys can hear, but my 3080 Ti is screaming.
I can't handle it anymore.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What
did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still.
All that work for nothing?
At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Wow, okay. Show clip.